What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Slate D Biggs for AnimeMCS. Chainsaw Man Chapter 71, titled Bath. It was hot and heavy. I can't wait to talk about it, but first I want to say thank you so much to everyone that watches the videos. I really appreciate it. The support is awesome. I love Chainsaw Man. I love doing the chapter reviews. I'd greatly appreciate it if you'd subscribe to the channel to keep up with all of the awesome anime and manga related content. Also, I'm going to push my podcast on you, MCS Anime Podcast. We got 10 episodes now. We just did a Hunter x Hunter episode. We've talked about Baki the Grappler, Berserk, Yu-Gi-Oh! We have tons of shows to talk about, and we're going to be bringing on guests. We're going to be changing up the format. There's a lot to grow with the podcast, and if you check it out, I hope you enjoy it. So without any further ado, let's get into this chapter, but before we get in the chapter, we have a character popularity poll. I believe it might be the first one for Chainsaw Man. Also, before we get into the popularity poll, the chapter cover page with Denji and Makima in his Chainsaw Man form, and he's like, got his arm around Makima. She thick, boy! She thick in that picture! And this, you'll see in this chapter, Fujimoto's, I think he's feeling some type of way, because this is a good chapter. So the popularity poll. You all are mad lads. Yes, this is a popularity poll. Done correctly. Number 1, Power. Number 2, Makima. And it falls a little flat on its face. Number 3, Aki. Aki's alright. He's alright. Number 4, Reze. Top tier waifus. Good job. Now, it's a little weird for a series with such a strong main protagonist for the protagonist to be 5th in the popularity poll. But, he's a little outclassed by the waifu power. That's all it is, Aki's alright, though. He's had some really funny moments in the series. He's kind of a badass, but also, he fucks up a lot. 6th is Angel Double. Very understandable. I love Angel. He's dope. 7, this is the meme. Bro, I voted for Kobeni's car. Kobeni's car got 7th. Before Kobeni got 8th. Her fucking car was more popular than her. For the meme. Number 9 is Pochita. OG. No one forgets the cute little chainsaw dog. Number 10, another one that's kind of tripping, Yoshida. He's kind of just a Aki clone. He literally is Aki without the little head top knot thing. And he's got tentacle powers. I see you. I see why you voted for Yoshida. Number 11, gone but not forgotten, Himeno. I spent a couple chapter reviews calling Kobeni Himeno just because I fucked up and I forgot their names. Very foolish of me. Himeno was cool. That moment when she threw up in Denji's mouth, fucking disgusting. So yeah, that's the popularity poll. Top tier waifus, memes, good job, guys. Fuck yeah. So without any further ado, we need to get into this damn chapter, because there's some shit to talk about. We don't get to see directly what happens in that moment when everyone's on the roof, what Makima does to heal herself, to heal some of the others. I'm a little sad that was off screen and they're just like, the next day. Most of the chapter we spend probably a good couple days after this incident. There is a flashback that is set one day after the incident. Makima is discussing going on the trip to that island, and she suggests, hey Denji, why don't you come with me? It's just the two of us. And he actually turns it down because he feels a relationship to Power, a connection with her, and she needs him right now because she's been absolutely traumatized by the Darkness Devil. Behind her, in her mouth, at any moment, the Darkness Devil is always watching her, and she's fucking terrified. This is totally not like Power at all. It's weird to see her in such a obviously vulnerable state. Makima was able to somehow reattach everyone's arms. Some of them. So only one of Aki's arms reattached, his right arm. And Denji says, hey, it's a good thing you still got an arm you can cook. Woo! And then in one panel, we get some of the most upsetting information. Angel Devil doesn't have either arm still. Like, he's not getting his arms back. And this is the one that just, like, kind of crushed me a little bit. Violence and Shark Devil are dead. Like, they're for sure probably not coming back. Now, like I said, I don't know whether they died in hell, like when that shit was going on with Darkness Devil, and their body, the body that they were inhabiting, was just transported back to the hospital roof. Because if they died while in hell, I think they would go back to Earth. Because that's, I believe, how it was described. Or if they had passed away after they got transported back onto Earth, then they would be in hell waiting to die again and come back to Earth. So it might not be the end of the Shark Devil or the Violence Devil. We might see them again. They'll just be inhabiting a different body, or they'll be in their pure devil form. Who knows? So a lot of this chapter is Denji just helping Power out with regular ass shit, like eating food, taking a hot bath, a very hot bath. Like, this boy can't even sit down on the toilet and take a shit without Power bugging him. Like, I mean, just everyday stuff around the house. She is clinging to Denji. Denji and Power are getting so damn close in this chapter. I'm surprised we didn't get some Dojin shit happening. That's kind of what this chapter is looking like. It's some Dojin shit. Even at night, look at her. She's all over him. And also, look at all those nudie mags on the floor. So one thing that is nice about Chainsaw Man is we actually get self-reflection on Denji's part, and we see him learn and grow throughout the series. So knowing how badly Denji wanted to go on this trip with Makima, and she's the reason why that he didn't go, Power offers for Denji to drink her blood. Which, I mean, I guess they are devils, and she's a blood devil in particular, so that would be, something nice to get offered to her, so she's just offering it to Denji. And she's like, please drink my blood, and he's, okay, I guess I will. Didn't take very much convincing. And he still talks to Pochita. I mean, mentally, probably always. I wonder how often Pochita talks back. Makima told me naughty things feel better the more you know your partner. But even though I know my partner really well, it doesn't feel that hot. Like, he's totally not in the moment. And we've seen him, he was all gung-ho about grabbing Power's boobs at the beginning of the series. So it's not that he has a problem with Power, even though she's a devil that's just possessing a human corpse, basically. Which doesn't make the body, dead. But in a way, I guess, that'd be kind of weird for me. Maybe that's just me. But I really like the self-reflection on Denji's part. And he says, I think the more you know about anything, the more you care about it in a way. And there are just things that you're, and you're not supposed to know. Like he says, same goes for all the assassins who came to kill me. If I knew their circumstances, if I learned what kind of people they were, I probably would have felt really crappy about them dying. There are things you gotta know, and things it's better to stay in the dark about. And we go again into this dream that he has, this place deep down in his heart. The door that he has yet to open. You can see an eye looking in through the door. And we've seen this imagery throughout the whole series. This is something that is going to be opened up, and we are going to figure out what is on the other side of this door eventually. For now, Denji has decided there are things that I don't need to know. So he's not going to open the door. It's really cool to see Denji growing and learning as the series progresses. I think he's a very relatable main character. And then you got all the waifus on the side, the badass action, the ridiculousness of things like Denji riding Beam into battle. Like a fucking dude with a chainsaw head riding a giant shark monster into battle. Giving himself the power of light by covering himself in gasoline and creating sparks with his chainsaws. It's madness. This series is pure madness. And I love it. Thank you for watching the video. I greatly appreciate it. Hope you guys have been well. And I'll see you for the next chapter review. Peace out, y'all.